come up to the away games and do this in their booths up there? They give you space up there, or do you have to like just sort of?
Well, whatever they can give me.
Yeah.
Saying he's got people in that. He says he's got coaches, there's offensive coordinator going in that booth there or something. Or we have me. The guy, one guy came up and was real animate, saying, "My guy goes in this booth." He said you were told about it.
In that booth?
Yeah, where I'm.
Put you?
Yeah.
I put you there.
I'm gonna. Who's in charge up here?
What?
Who's in charge up here?
Me.
Okay. I'll make sure I got that right.
It's gonna turn into a thing.
Oh, who was it? Who's coming? Who's supposed to come in? Who's supposed to come in?
Wesley, the offensive coordinator, or something like that.
Do you have the whole room? I mean, supposed to.
I just don't appreciate his tone.
Oh.
touchdown or anything you want.
And then, can you do the same thing for down and distance? Just put something in there.
It's about 30 seconds behind. Actually, looks like it's about a minute 15 behind. Let's see if I can slide.
How about second one? You got her.
We'll find out in a minute and a half.
Can you move the footer out by one and then just back down again? That's the only other data point I need, and then that will be good. Yep. Yeah.
It says 1-1.
What's up?
Oh, they need to score.
Yeah.
So we're trying to see if it's down
Yeah,
the
just
distance
wait
or not.
get the down and distance.
Yeah, we're buck 15. We're buck 15 behind.
Buck 15.
Yeah. Yeah, about, yeah. There we go. Okay. Second quarter. There we go.
Nice. All right, we're good.
All right, you can make it all normal.
You check audio, make sure you get audio coming through and everything.
I can't take audio through this.
Oh, you can. Can't you just do?
Well, I mean, I could, but I mean,
I just want to make sure it's.
do you hear anything going on?
Did you just open it up, or is it the audio been on the whole time?
Well, this has been on. This has been going.
No. Yeah, you got it.
We good? Good.
From Yuhas-McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills High School in beautiful Penn Hills, Pennsylvania tonight, the Moon Tigers make their first ever appearance here in the eastern suburbs of Penn Hills to take on the Indians, the top-ranked Penn Hills Indians. And a very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. Glad to have you along for a beautiful Friday night of football. Already the fourth week of the season. After tonight, regular season 40% over. Can you believe it? We are just flying right along. The Moon Tigers come in tonight with a record of 0-3. Contrary, the Penn Hills Indians are 3-0. Tough loss last week for the Moon Tigers at the hands of a very difficult team, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. So don't let that 0-3 record fool you. These Tigers are coming to play tonight. They lost 20-17 to West Allegheny, 35-21 to Montour, then last week 20-17 at Mount Lebanon. They are 0-3, but they are not defeated. The Indians, 33-20 win over Seneca Valley, 27-0 win over Norwin. And last week, a game that came down to the final 1/10 of a second in that game. A 26-20 win at Pine Richland. Non-conference game for both the Indians and the Tigers here tonight. So the Tigers tonight will be led by their sophomore quarterback, Braden Stewart. He's going to get the nod tonight for the Tigers. Stewart's been in 2 games. He's 1 of 1 for 3 yards, negative at 3 yards. But no interceptions. So we're waiting for the appearance of the Penn Hills Indians down to our right. There was a ceremony before the game tonight to honor the WPIAL champion Penn Hills Indians basketball squad. They'll also be recognized at the end of the first quarter here tonight. Also hope for things going well on the broadcast side. We're trying to do a few different things here tonight. Brian Brown, the technology wizard at Penn Hills, has decided we're going to triple cast Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook tonight. We're going to see how that all goes, and appreciate him to helping with the getting all the information you see at the bottom of your screen up here on our broadcast. Again, we're 2 minutes away from kickoff, and the Penn Hills Indians haven't made their appearance as of yet. It'll be a different look for the Indians tonight when they come out. They'll be wearing the new black jerseys. So, Tigers will be hosting Mars next Friday night. And then South Fayette, another tough contest for the Tigers. Indians will be at North Hills, and then in 2 weeks they will be here to take on the Bethel Park Blackhawks. And also the following week they'll be here to host Fox Chapel. Oh, every schedule says they're at Fox Chapel. The Foxes will be here in 3 weeks. And here come the Penn Hills Indians. So as the Indians get ready to take the field, it was a big loss for the Indians tonight. Carter Lance, the big lineman for the Indians, will not be playing tonight. He is nursing an injury. And that's a big loss for the Indians when it comes to that offensive and defensive line. Carter Lance is the center, and also the staple of the Indians' defensive line. So we should finally get underway shortly here. Moon captains on the field. Michael Parisi, 51. Brian Crawford, number 56. Number 48 is Joshua Bladell. And also number 29, Rocco Sinatra. Indians captains, Carter Lance, Natel Mitchell, Cam Thomas, and Julian Duggar. Tigers are going to get the ball to start things off here tonight. And we're about to get underway. Tigers will be moving right to left. They have the white helmets, the white jerseys, the red pants. The Indians in the red helmets, red pants, and their new black jerseys. Got the black alternates with the red numbers. Gold trim. That looks like Landon Hankey, who was out last week. He'll be kicking off tonight for the Indians, number 29. And we are about to get underway. Hankey sets it up. Gets himself set. Braden Stewart and Severio Vendetti back for the Tigers, but a short kick, fair caught by Tyler Greggs. Just shy of the 30-yard line. Actually back at the 26. And we'll get underway. Tigers come out in a wildcat. Nicholas Clemens. That's up at quarterback. It looks like Big Nazir Brookings may be taking the snap. And the Tigers will call a timeout before they get underway, mixed up with the formation. Looks like they're going to go wildcat with Big Nazir Brookings, the 6-foot, 225-pound junior fullback. Well, the Moon Band making their presence known. And now the Tigers will make their way back out onto the field. So it's Brookins in the shotgun as trips to his right in the slot. Interesting formation, and they'll move around And now Clements looks like he'll take this. No, still go back to Brookins, and it does. Straight up the middle. Thunders his way across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Pick up about 5. And Nazir Brookings in the shotgun. Tigers moving. Looks like the Indians may have jumped off sides. Tigers showing a lot of movement. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and a yard for the Tigers. And again, we're probably going to see Brookings. And it is Brookings. Brookings tries to get to the outside, dives across the 40 to the 41-yard line, gets the 1st down for the Tigers. And the Tigers looks as if they're going to be very methodical. Still on his feet, is across the 50, cutting it inside the 40-yard line. Nice gain for the Tigers, Jared Moyer. Indians were fooled. And he'll go down to the 38-yard line. It's actually a 21-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Tigers. Moyer, the 5'11", 175-pound sophomore, and there's an injured Indian. The walking wounded for the Indians tonight. DeAndre Cochran also out of tonight's action. This appears to be Ahmad Brown. Well, it appears the deer in the baseball outfield have gone home for the night. Oh, no, there's still one out there. Usually, what would you say, about 7 to 10 deer out there and a bunch of turkeys? Well, we are mid-September, 100 days till Christmas. And the 4th game of the 2023 season, officially week 3. Indians 3-0, Tigers 0-3. Braden Stewart out at quarterback for the Tigers. And again, he has 3 sidecars to his left. Stewart comes this way, quarterback keeper. Tries to find somewhere to go. The Indians close quickly. Gets maybe a yard. It's Juan Bandy. Actually, will bring him down for no gain. Indians did a nice job of stringing it out, and Bandy ended up bringing down Stewart. Got nothing doing there, Joshua Bladell. It'll be 3rd down and 10. They tell Mitchell with the tackle for the Indians. And Brookings. In the back, he takes it. Tries to come this way. Lowers the head. Still on his feet. He broke the tackle of 4 Indians, and he drove ahead for about 5 yards. The thundering herd that is Nazir Brookings picks up 5, but it's a 4th down for the Tigers. They're at the 33-yard line. It's likely to keep the offense on the field. And the Indians jump offside. Nicholas Prazzoli was in the quarterback position, number 1. And that Indians offside will give the Tigers another 1st down. Prazzoli sets the men in motion. They tighten the formation. And Prazzoli to his right tries to find somewhere to go. And Twan Bandy comes up, submarines him for a loss back at the 31-yard line. That's a loss of 3. And the Tigers with a 2nd and 13. And the Indians recognize the WPL champion basketball team, the Indians, from this spring before tonight's game. We'll do so again after the 1st quarter. Moyer looks for somewhere to go, straight up the middle, gets to the outside, inside the 25, loses the football, it's picked up by the Indians. Coming this way on the pickup is Cameron Brown. Cam Thomas. Thomas up the sideline across the 40. Thomas at the 50. Loses the football, and it's recovered by the Indians at the 37-yard line. Holy cow, the Tigers almost got it back. And Thomas recovered it at the 15, ran back to about the 5-yard line before heading to the near side. And then he got stripped to the 37-yard line, but the Indians were able to fall on it. There's a flag back at the 45-yard line. This one may be coming back. Ordinarily, you would figure that would be some kind of illegal block. Thomas picked it up at the 19-yard line. He actually ran back to about the 5 before he cut back this way. There's a block in the back against the Indians. And an unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Indians. So they're going to, both of them are going to get knocked off. So I think they're going to mark off the 10 yards from the 45 back to the 35, and then probably the unsportsmanlike call after that. That should mark them back to about the 20. exactly where it's going to be. So the penalties cost the Indians 43 yards on the exchange. But nonetheless, the Indians have the ball. And for the first time tonight, the offense is on the field. Officials are discussing something with Natel Mitchell. Well, Duggar will have Key to his left, Mitchell to his right. Levi Jordan split to the near side. Marcus Dorsey split way left for the Indians. And Mr. Excitement, Martell Palmer, as a slot receiver on the left. Andon McCoy in at center, placing the injured Carter Lance. Duggar, quick pass, left side. Palmer looks for somewhere to go. Wrapped up by the ankle and brought down. Nice play by the Tigers. Noah Bauer hold that play for no gain. I'll give Palmer maybe a yard. Fake the key, pass. Complete out on the left flat, and the Tigers are there. It's only about a 6-yard gain for Can Thomas. And the Indians will be looking at a 3rd and 3. Ball to 27. They need to cross the 30-yard line. Palmer will come this way to join Levi Jordan. Cam Thomas at the top of the screen. Fake the key. Quick out to Thomas. Thomas will have the first down across the 35. The Tigers look to try to strip the ball. They finally bring him down, but not until he gets the first down at the 37. Indians come out with 3 straight completions. Have themselves a first down. Duggar will throw again, and the pass almost picked off. Christopher Lindsay unable to hold on to it for the Tigers. It was intended for Palmer. First incompletion for the Indians. It almost went a completion the other way. Key, first carry, tripped up in the backfield, goes down at the 40-yard line, still picks up 3 yards. Nicholas Clemens got a paw in to break up that run by Key. And the Indians will have a 3rd and 7. Duggar looks left, throws that way, and the pass out of the hands of Thomas and almost picked off again, this time by Bauer. I think Bauer surprised to have the ball in his arms and was able to hold on to it, and it'll be a 4th down for the Indians. Vendetti back for the Tigers. Dogger will punt for the Indians. It's 4th and we'll call it 8. Dogger gets a kick away high, short. And Indians will down it at the 36-yard line. 3:48 to go, first quarter. We are still scoreless. Penn Hills and Moon here on the Indians Football Network. So the Tigers on their opening possession were able to get down to the 19-yard line before they lost the ball to a fumble. Indians returned it back to about where the Tigers have the ball now, but a couple of penalties brought it all the way back to the 20, and the Indians were only able to muster 1 first down, and now the Tigers back on the field. Stewart under center. Bladel. Wrapped up in the backfield, and we'll lose a yard. Stewart working the play clock. There's a lot of time on it, 15 seconds. Goes up under center. And it'll be Brookings. Looks for somewhere to go. Has a lane up the middle. Gets across the 40. Out to the 41-yard line. Picks up 6. And the Tigers will have a 3rd and 5. Stewart under center. They'll go on the jet sweep this way across the 40. Short of the first down was Tavis Lindsay. Picks up about 2, but they'll be short. Host of Indians led by Natel Mitchell. Now it's 4th down for the Tigers. They'll bring on the punting unit. Hayden Balling back for the Tigers. High snap. Nice job to get that ball down. Nice kick. Picked up at the 19-yard line. And the Tigers are there. Nowhere for Thomas to go on the return. And the Indians will start at their own 17-yard line. Nice job by Hayden Bolin to get that paw up on the high snap. And then get a nice kick away. So the Indians will take over with 1:15 to go here in the quarter. Ball at their own 17-yard line. Key tries to get to the outside, has nowhere to go. That'll be second down and 10. The Indian is tying his shoe. There's Natel Mitchell. Will go back and join Duggar and Key in the backfield. Key in motion off to the left. Mitchell looks for someone to go up the middle. Tigers were there, but Mitchell did a nice job to spin out of the tackles and get out to the 24-yard line for a gain of 7. Yeah, and the Indians with a 3rd and short. Thomas split off to the left. Levi Jordan this way, and the Indians, I believe the Indians use a timeout. Oh, no, excuse me, that's the end of the quarter. After 1, we are scoreless. Penn Hills Moon. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Well, the Indians basketball team recognized between quarters, not on the field. Now the Indians with a 3rd and 2 at their own 25-yard line to start quarter number 2. Indians moving left to right. Duggar will roll this way. Under pressure. Launches one up. And it's caught. It's caught near the 50-yard line. They're going to say he's out of bounds. No, they're going to say Martell Palmer came down with it at the 48-yard line. Palmer picks up the first down, 23 yards, and the Indians with a first down just shy of midfield. And we are scoreless, Penn Hills and Moon. Duggar straights her up. Launches one down the sideline, and he outguns Cam Thomas. Palmer, the quick pass out to the left, and he took a beating by Noah Bauer. Bauer separated him from that pass. And it'll bring up a third down. Good job for Palmer to get up after the hit. Bauer, the 5'9", 143-pound senior. He brought the lumber. Duggar picks up the loose snap, but he goes down back at the 26-yard line. Bladel will finally bring him down. It's a 21-yard loss for the Indians. Now, as we mentioned, Carter Lance, the center, is out tonight. Tough position to just throw somebody into. That's a 4th down for the Indians. Jameer Ellis will do the long snapping for the Indians with Duggar back inside his 15. Break there for the Tigers. They're going to get better field position out of it. But a nice kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 43-yard line. It's the Tigers' Saverio Vendetti. So the Tigers, good field position at their own 42-yard line. Again, we mentioned some key injuries for the Indians tonight. Carter Lance, DeAndre Cochran, both out, amongst others. Again, a non-conference game tonight between these two squads. Launching one downfield for the Tigers is Brandon Stewart, but a bit far for Pizzoli. It's incomplete, and it brings up a 2nd down. Bladel up the 50, inside the 45, down about the 42-yard line. 16-yard burst for Joshua Bladel. And that's a 1st down for the Moon Tigers. Stewart in the shotgun. Bladel to his left. That's Rocco Sinatra in the slot to the left. Now Stewart goes up under center. In motion is Lindsay. But Bladel will get wrapped up and has nowhere to go. Bernard Nadam held him for no gain. So now 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers at the Indians' 41-yard line. Lindsay joining the huddle. Moyer will split off to the left. Looks like a little bit of confusion between him and Greggs. And it'll be Bladel on the inside handoff. Tries to find somewhere to go. Gets inside the 40. Spins off a tackle. And we'll get down close to the 35-yard line. Bladel will pick up 6, and that'll be a 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers. Stewart drops back in the shotgun. Pitches underneath to Bladel. Bladel tries to spin off some tackles, but is unable to do so as Bernard Nadam wraps him up. along with Natel Mitchell. I'll give him maybe a yard. We'll call it 4th and 3. And clearly the Tiger offense will stay on the field. They need to cross the Indian 31-yard line. They are at the 34. Stewart goes up under center on a 4th and 3. Now he'll come this way. They're going to direct slap to Bladel. But up, the Tigers will call a timeout before they get things underway. 7:43 to go. First half. Still scoreless. Penn Hills and Moon here on the Indians Football Network. Stewart under center. Now he'll come out. Direct snap to Bladel. Looks for somewhere to go. Wrapped up. We'll have the first down at the 30-yard line. Bernard Nadum with the tackle, but at the 30, the Tigers pick up the first down. And Bladel gives them gets them the first down at the 30-yard line. Brookings back in at fullback. And it'll be Brookings just straight up the middle. It's a simple power for 4. Brookings again tries to get to the outside. And he'll be close to the first down depending on where they spot him. If they spot him at the 20-yard line, it looks like he may have it. Yep. Officials say he does. Tigers now at the Indians' 20-yard line in a scoreless first half. We mentioned before the game the Tigers were 0-3, but do not be deceived by that stat. Brookings. For no gain, he's tough to bring down. The Indians need to be cognizant of Bladel coming in motion from the left. And not to overly key on Brookings. Tigers going to be tagged for a false start. Brookings right up the middle, has a hole, gets inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Gets the penalty yards +3. Fake to Bladel. They'll throw back off in a flat. Has a mind wide open at the 5. Touchdown. Moon Tigers. All alone was Nicholas Clemens. And the Tigers take the lead. 4:58 to go here in the first half. $11 plays, 58 yards, 58 yards for the Tigers. A little over 6 minutes. And the kick is up and good. 4:58 to go, first half. Moon 7, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching Indians Football Network. Hayden Boland, the 6'4" senior kicker, teed up at the 40-yard line. Again, Moon 7, Penn Hills nothing. They'll squib it, picked up at the 19-yard line by Thomas. Looks for somewhere to go. And the Tigers are there. We'll bring them down at the 30-yard line. Only the third possession of the half for the Indians. And they've run 12 plays and 2 first downs. Key looks for somewhere to go to the outside. Tigers are there, string it out. Key manages to pick up maybe a yard or two. And we'll get 2 yards out to the 32-yard line. I'm sure it's a fired-up Tiger squad out there right now. Mitchell comes in the slot this way, and it'll be Key right up the middle. Follows some blockers and gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Another 4 for number 4, Amir Key. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. Mitchell again in motion this way. Duggar on the delay to Key. Key tries to bounce to the outside. Has a first down for the Indians. He'll get out to the 45-yard line. Another 9 yards for Amir Key. And the Indians pick up a first down. Which I believe is only their 3rd of the half. I haven't seen Duggar keep it himself on a quarterback keeper yet. I'm sure that'll be coming. Duggar swing pass underneath this way. Nice hands, Natal Mitchell. Mitchell up the sideline across the 40. Finally dragged out of bounds inside the 30-yard line, down at the 28. Marker at the 27. That's 28 yards on a little pitch and run between Duggar and Mitchell down to this 27. Duggar gets a pass out towards Key in the flat to avoid the sack. In his face was Jared Moyer. Trips to the right. Thomas, the lone receiver, this way. It'll be Key on the delay. Tries to find somewhere to go. And gets himself down to the 21-yard line for a pickup of 6. So the Indians will be looking at a 3rd and 4. Clock rolling under 3 minutes to go. It's Moon 7, Penn Hills nothing. You see that right. He tries to get out to the outside and does not. Unable to do so because of the nifty defensive play by Tavis Lindsay to bring him down from behind at the 23-yard line and a loss of 2. Now we're called 4th and 5.5. Indians need to cross the 17-yard line. They have the ball at the 23, so 4th and 6. Duggar looks left, throws a bit high, and it's almost picked off. That was almost 6 the other way for Noah Bauer. But it falls incomplete. Tigers take over on downs with 1:52 to go here in the half. They'll have it at their own 23-yard line, but they do have the ball. Bladel and the Wildcat. And it'll be Bladel. Tries to let the blocks develop. He's managed to get across, just across the 25. We'll give him a pick up a 3. It'll be second down and 7. Clock approaching 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Moon 7, Penn Hills nothing. I think the Tigers will be content to run the half out if they're able. They are milking the play clock. And the Tigers take a delay of game. Nazir Brookings was back there saying, come on, snap it, snap it, snap it. The Tigers take the delay. Remains second down. Indians have 3 timeouts. I don't know if they'll be using any. Brookings just keeps on running. Gets to the 26-yard line. Gain of 5. And a timeout. It's like by the Tigers. His official pointed to Moon, but it's a timeout by Penn Hills. Timeout coming with 45 seconds to go here in the half. It'll be third down and 7 for the Tigers. Indians get the ball to start half number 2. Just one touchdown drive of this half. That was by the Moon Tigers of 58 yards. 17-yard pass. Stewart to Clemens. Extra point's good, and that's where we sit. Tigers will be close to the first down. They do, in fact, have it. Chase Klug gets to the 34-yard line. Gets a first down for the Tigers. The Tigers are going to be able to run out the half. See, there's Prizzoli on the carry. If the Indians don't call timeout, the Tigers are going to take this to the half. And the Indians aren't going to call a timeout. And the clock will wind down after one half of play. You see that right. The Moon Tigers 7. The Penn Hills Indians nothing. Second half action coming your way shortly. First Let's see the band here on the Indians Football Network.
Except he's trying to, still wants to, he says they didn't have to put it there. I don't want to move all my stuff outside. No.
Pretty good chicken. Yeah. Yes. Quick. Okay. Now, when there's a change in possession, I go 25 seconds. I don't start it till the referee starts. Okay.
But like on a normal play, like a run play that ends in bounds, just play ends, count to 1/1000, start it.
All right. You got it. I'll be that would be a great guy to ask. Yeah, I'd like to be retired and take go up there and spend 2 days, 2 or 3 days and look around, get in a few, couple days afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, I really, but I tell you, I'll probably be in the flavor too. I mean, it's a one-time deal, you know. Of course, I probably won't want to go back either. I mean, I'm not.
Welcome. I didn't get to say hi much.
Oh, that's okay.
So I'm doing my thing.
Well, you stay busy over there. Congratulations, that ring looks pretty.
Yeah, it's funny. Some guy bought them all for the team, for everybody.
Wow.
Anybody that had anything to do with it. Yeah, but the football, I got one when they did the state football thing too. It was ugly.
Sometimes you wonder who comes up with the design, but
Well, the two players and then usually the Cali come up with something, but it was like all black.
yeah.
It's kind of this one's nice. Did a good job. But, you wear it for a couple days and then save it. I don't know what you do with it
After that, yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of cool.
It's something to look back on, especially all the years you've given them. I mean, holy cow.
Yeah, I started helping the basketball out in 2000.
23 years now.
Oh, my daughter. I think it was my daughter's senior year. She was kind of doing the trainer stuff. She was helping the basketball team, and I said to Sink, who was the guy, I said, if you ever get tired, my son was playing basketball, I said, if you get tired of doing the scorebook, I'll do it for you. He goes, here. I've been kind of doing it ever since.
Wow. Didn't expect that one, huh? That quick,
really,
anyway.
Well, during the fun. Then my wife started, she worked as a paraprofessional at the school. And then Boo, the football coach, grew up with my son, so they were kind of buddies. And so we knew them, and she said to her, she said, can you take care of be the scholastic advisor for the football team? It's kind of funny, but she kind of keeps them organized. She's kind of more like the team mom. It's
Yeah.
worked. She got most of them on track, so it's good. So she enjoys it.
Well, that's the kind of stuff people don't know.
Well, they know it. She's all
But
right.
I mean, the people in the community. I didn't know they had anybody doing that. It's great to know.
Oh, yeah.
They need to promote that stuff. That's good for the kids and everything.
Oh, yeah. So he's tough. But they,
How was he? Where did he come from? I mean, like when the coach left here in Mr. Rissa, was he on that staff?
No.
Okay.
No, he was on. I think he was on Plums at that point. So he's coached. And he coached with Terry Smith at Gateway for a while.
Okay. So he's been in.
He was like the defensive coordinator at Plum for a while.
Okay.
And then he went to school. I mean, they ain't never been a head coach. So they applied. They took him. So and he'll stay. He's a guidance counselor to school. So that helps. So he's in the school. John was at Shaler and won one game in like 3 years. Okay, then he came here and then won that state. And then he lives in Pine Ridge.
Well, that's what I didn't. That's what caught me off guard. the way everybody was playing him up here when he came here and everything, I thought he lived here. And then whenever I read the article about him getting that job, his kids were in school over there. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they lived there for a while. His wife's from the North Hills.
Yeah.
So they owned the house there in Pine Ridge. He has a PhD in nuclear engineering. He works in West Mifflin.
Wow.
So he would haul his butt over there. And they were good enough to let him get here to coach. So,
Yeah, I didn't realize that he was from Prime Richland, but
I'm not going to.
well, he looks like he's got the kids' attention anyway. I mean,
Well, this could be a mistake. Who knows? The one they lost is our center. The last game of the Pine Richland game, some kid just came and blasted him from behind.
wow.
Tore his knee up.
Is that the one that was on crutches? I think he was the captain. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's when they're running right up the middle. That's where when they got past him.
Right.
That's it. Now we got to get a couple plays, put them on their heels a little bit, or else we're in trouble.
Well, they got to come out strong. Start the second half.
Yeah, we get the ball. I don't know why they just. I mean, they're going to try and. They're kicking off, so we get the ball.
Oh yeah, you defer.
So we got to score, and they'll try and hold on. They'll be happy with the 7-7 tie.
Not only that, but they're going to run the ball the whole second half, trying to keep that up.
Well, they scored on that pad. Yeah,
and
they're going to run that clock.
Run the clock.
Make your job easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good talking to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Be back next week.
Oh yeah, I got 5, I think, total. Not next week, 2. It's a great schedule. It's like every other week. I mean, yeah.
Well, hopefully a few more after that.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. They play playoff games at home now, aren't they? Makes sense. At least for the first couple rounds.
Sauce too hot for you.
No, I had this the first time. It was pretty good too. Yeah, it wasn't really hot. I thought it had a real good taste. I love the sauce. I go to a restaurant. I eat 3 of these. When you get the wings, they just look at me like, White has it.
20-some seconds.
I know. Always want to be in control.
Second half action about to get underway with the score. The Moon Tigers 7, the Penn Hills Indians nothing. Only touchdown in the first half. Stewart to Clemens, a 17-yard pass with 4:58 to go in the first half. First down's 9-4. The Moon Tigers. Indians 10 carries, 8 yards rushing. The Tigers 23 carries, 128. 68 yards passing for the Indians, 17 for the Moon Tigers. Total offense 145 yards for the Tigers, 76 for the Indians. Amir Keys 7 carries, 20 yards for the Indians. Josh Bladel 8 carries, 46. And Nazir Brookings 9 carries, 43 for the Tigers. Those are your statistical leaders of half number one. Yes, if you're just joining us, that is the score. Moon 7, Penn Hills nothing at the half. We said at the beginning, don't get distracted by that Moon 0-3. They played some very good teams and lost some close ones. Kickoff will go into the end zone for a touchback. And Penn Hills will start at their own 20. So the Indian offense on the field, they are unable to really get things going in half number one. See if any adjustments at halftime change the complexion of what they're doing. Duggar in the shotgun, Key to his right. Duggar will keep it himself. His first carry of the night across the 25. Tries to get to the outside. Fights his way ahead out close to the 29-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 1. Brazzoli on the tackle for the Tigers. Mitchell in motion this way. Palmer will move to the inside. Cam Thomas split to the near side. And it'll be Key up the middle for the first down. It's down to 32. Needed 1, got 3. And Penn Hills gets a fresh set. Only their 5th here in this contest. Key coming this way. Cuts it back up the middle, across the 35. Carries Tigers ahead to the 39-yard line. Gain of 7 for Amir Key. He just keeps the feet moving. Keeps going forward. He turns what should be short gains into longer gains. Key again. Follows his blockers. The Tigers are there, but he gets to the outside across the 40 to 45. Key up the sideline across the 40. Inside the 30. Finally brought down out of bounds, close to the 20-yard line. And that's what Amir Key gives you. He gives you that speed and elusiveness, and he gets down to the 20-yard line. Pickup of close to 40 yards on the play. Key into the pile, maybe a yard. Dogger's going to throw over the middle pass to Thomas. Touchdown, Penn Hills. Cam Thomas from 19 yards. And the Indians strike quickly here in quarter number 3. Jules Dogger on the play action, left-handed quarterback with the quick slant to Cam Thomas. And 19-yard later, the Indians in the end zone for the first time tonight. Indians will go for 2. Key into the end zone. Point after is good to score Penn Hills 8.
That was the touchdown.
Moon 7. You're watching the Indians Football Network. Oh, excuse me, they're going to say Thomas was down at the 1-yard line. That was Key. 1 yard for the touchdown. Hankey to try the point after. High snap. Gets the kick up and gets the kick through. 8:58 to go. Third quarter. We are tied at 7. Penn Hills and Moon here on the Indians Football Network. Moon with the return across the 25 to 30. 35, and nice field position for the Tigers. It's Braden Stewart on the return, and he gets the Tigers out to the 36-yard line. Right up the middle, who else? Nazir Brookings. I'm going to say progress was stopped after a pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Stewart under center. Brookings again, right into the pile. And he'll pick up 4 yards and a 1st down. Indians without Carter Lance up front. I'm going to guess you're going to see a whole lot of Brookings until the Indians stop them. It'll be Bladel. Bladel looks for somewhere to go, but the Indians will stop him for no gain.
Number 48, Joshua Waddell on the carry. Tackle on the play by number 15, Jabbar Harrington.
Brookings loses the football. It's picked up by the Indians. They're coming the other way. Inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown to Juan Bandy. Indians take their first lead of the night. The defense putting them on top. Hankey will try the point after. And the kick is blocked. It's going to be returned the other way. I say, no, it can't be returned.
The extra point, no good. Score is now Penn Hills 13, 7.
So the Indians have the lead 13-7 after Tawan Bandy's 44-yard fumble return for a touchdown. Score coming with 6:44 to go here in quarter number 3. Again, 13-7, the Indians on top as we're waiting for the kickoff. Kick out of bounds on the near side. Tigers going to take the ball. They're going to make him re-kick. Looks like they're going to make him re-kick. If you're watching on the YouTube side, appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. Help you get notifications of when the Indians are live. So Hankey comes back out. They're going to set it up at the 35-yard line. Kick taken at the 20-yard line. Hard hit by Martell Palmer on Saverio Vendetti. And they'll get out to the 30-yard line. Tigers may have done well. It's better to have taken the penalty, taken the ball. Again, the Tigers led 7-0 at the half. They need 2 touchdowns here in quarter number 3 to take the lead 13-7. Stewart under center. Brookings tries to run off tackle to get to the outside. The Indians are there and bringing them down in the backfield at the 25. Is Ron Porter. It's a loss of 3. Bladel tries to follow Brookings. Looks to cut it up on the inside, and the Indians swarm that way. First one in, Donovan Burnett to bring Don Bladel. And the Indian defense beginning to play inspired. Try to set up the screen. Fortunately, the pass went off the helmet of Nicholas Hage. Falls incomplete. Blade will make certain of that, and the punt team comes on for the Moon Tigers. High, booming kick. Hits at the 40, takes a Moon bounce inside the 35, And it will go dead there.
Hot five, number 82, Hayden Bolton. Down on the Penn Hills, 40-yard line.
So Indians with the ball at 4:34 left here in the third. They have a 6-point lead. And the ball at the 35. I see officials conferring. Let's see if there was a flag anywhere. That's going to be a personal foul against the Indians. So they called that hit late in the play on Bladel. And that's to move the ball back to the 30-yard line. Dogger with a low snap, gets it off to Natel Mitchell, who comes this way across the 25 to 30. Mitchell up the sideline, spins out of bounds close to the 40. Pushing him out of bounds was Tavis Lindsay at the 35-yard line after a pickup of 15. And that's a first down for the Big Red.
That play results in Penn Hills, first down.
Mitchell again, tries to come this way again, across the 40. Has another first down across the 45 to 50. Drags Tigers inside the 50, out of bounds, close to the 40-yard line at the Tiger 42. 22 yards for Natel Mitchell. And another Penn Hills Indian first down. Where were these Indians in half number one?
That play results in a Penn Hills first down.
Palmer goes in motion left to right. Duggar will keep it himself. Looks to try to get to the outside. Has a lane across the 30, inside the 25 to 20. Carries Tigers down inside the 15. Loses the football, but they're going to say he was down. Or will they? One official says he was down. And another official says he was. They're going to discuss. They're going to rule a fumble, and the Tigers have it. Well, the Indians keep the ball. Ball down at the 12-yard line. 30-yard pickup for Duggar. sure what the officials are. Oh, they're discussing with the Moon coach on the far side. Watching the replay, Duggar's ball came out after he did hit the ground, so it was a good call by the officials. Indians down right now in front of the Moon band, who's letting them know they're there. Mitchell will spin down to the 11-yard line. Tavis Lindsay on the tackle for the Tigers. Duggar keeps it himself. The Tigers are there. And do a nice job of holding him to the 10-yard line for another pickup of 1. Should be 3rd and 9. The stick on the far side says 2nd down. Well, the Indians are going to hit with a 15-yarder here. Duggar straight drop. The left-handed quarterback looks this way towards the corner of the end zone. And not able to connect with Palmer. That'll bring up a 4th down. And he needs to get inside the 3, so we'll just call it in essence a 4th and goal. 3:01 to go here in the 3rd. The Indians are up 13-7. Duggar under pressure from behind and eludes his tackle. Gets the pass away towards the end zone. 1st down and go Indians. I believe Palmer's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. It should be good enough for a 1st down. No, he needed to get to the 2. Well, Chuck Morris is asking for a measurement. And he's not going to get the answer he likes. Indians turn the ball over on downs at the 3-yard line.
Ball goes over on downs. First down.
Well, Duggar eluded the rush, got away from the sack, launched one downfield for Palmer. I don't know how he connected, but they were hauled in at the 3-yard line, but the Indians needed the 2. Well, good news for the Tigers. The Indians didn't get the first down. The bad news, they have the ball at the 3-yard line. Indians have already scored 1 defensive penalty tonight. Brookings to the 5.
Brookins on the carry. Tackle on the play by Yuhas-McGinley.
And there's an injured Tiger on the field. 2:43 to go here in the third quarter. Penn Hills 13. Moon 7. Indians on the road next week at North Hills. Indians should remember that one from last year. The loss to North Hills kept them out of the playoffs for all intents and purposes. Had a 20-0 lead in that first half in that game and lost in overtime. Moon next week. They'll be out in Coriopolis hosting the Mars Planets. In fact, Tigers will be home the next 2 weeks against Mars and South Fayette. Indians at North Hills, and then they'll be home for 2 weeks hosting Bethel Park and Fox Chapel. Well, in the third quarter, Franklin Regional on top of Gateway 17-13. Keysport up 42-3 on Laurel Highlands. Woodland Hills 14-7 over North Hills. And Beaver over South Park right now 21-17. If you wonder what's going on in the Central Catholic Mount Lebanon battle, well, it's 42-0 Central Catholic. Tigers jump. Won't cost them much. Half the distance to the goal penalty will put them at the 2.5. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Bladel into the pile. The Indians are there. We'll push them back into the end zone. We'll have forward progress to the 4-yard line. So 3rd down for the Tigers. 3rd quarter winding down. Stewart from his own end zone. Quick pass this way. It's complete, but the Indians are there. Paul Brana hauls it in, but he's punished after doing so. He really got no gain. And it'll be 4th down, maybe 2 yards. And it'll be 4th down for the Tigers. And now Hayden Boland, who's going to have to punt from his own end zone. The Indians should get good field position out of it. High kick, short. Hits about the 35-yard line, and Paul Brana will down it there. So the Indians will take over with 40 seconds left. And the ball at the Tiger 35-yard line.
The winning number is 7, 5, 4, 1.
Again, the Indians without a couple of key components of their squad. Carter Lance out for the season for the Indians. DeAndre Cochran also out tonight.
1793. You may pick up and begin to spend your winnings at the Booster. Boo.
Duggar flushed out of the pocket, comes this way, launches one, has a man in a pass, unable to be held onto by Natel Mitchell, sliding in at the 20-yard line.
Duggar pass incomplete. Intended for Mitchell.
Mitchell comes in motion this way. Key looks for a hole, finds it inside the 25. We'll have a 1st down for the Indians at the 23.
On the carry. That play results in a Penn Hills 1st down.
And he's looking at the clock. Probably gonna let the clock wind out and take it to the 4th quarter. And that's what they're gonna do. After 3, your score, Penn Hills 13, Moon 7. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
Penn Hills 13. 7. The Penn Hills School District would like to thank you for attending our alumni night game this evening. At this point in time, all alumni stand up and be recognized, especially all of our alumni football players coming back who graduated as late as the 70s and a couple in the 60s. Welcome, alumni!
Penn Hills band making some noise here tonight. Duggar, quick pass over the middle, and the pass almost picked off. Paul Brana was the closest one to the ball. He was all over Santana Levi Jordan, who was the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
And it brings up a third down. Second down and 10 for the Indians. And Penn Hills calls a timeout before that one gets underway. Timeout coming with 11:56 to go here in quarter number 4. Well, Burr Vernon's up on top of Penn Trafford 21-0. That's after 3. Jeanette on top of Frazier 40-0. Duggar will be sacked for a loss of 4. Aliquip on top of Montour, 28-18. St. LaSalle up 49-0. After 3, Woodland Hills 14, North Hills 7. The Indians will be up at Martorelli next week to take on North Hills. That's where this game is being played right now. Bell Vernon 21, Penn Trafford 0. Indians with a third and I'm going to say the Indians were at a delay of game, but that's coming off of a timeout. All right, the Indians called a timeout, and then they called a delay of game on top of them during the timeout. I don't know, how does that work? A false start against the Indians. Well, the Indians need to get to the 13-yard line. It's 3rd and 25-ish. Dogger's going to throw as a man wide open. Thomas at the 25-yard line. The Tigers are there. Indians will, officials will call him dead at the 26 for a pickup of 12.
Pass complete. Number 7, Cam Thomas.
Ball to 26. The Indians need to get to the 13s. 4th down. Duggar flush this way. He's going to take off running. He's going to throw into the end zone. Throws it out of bounds. Had a couple of guys open. Thought maybe he was going to take off. He had some room. But the Indians will turn the ball over on downs with 10:17 to go. And the Tigers will have it at the 26-yard line. Moon will use a timeout. I wonder what's something in the air down there. Thomas Jefferson up 28-14 on Latrobe. So we see it's Dan Marino's birthday, just to mention his final high school game was a playoff loss to these Penn Hills Indians at Valley High School. Toss to Bladel, right side, has it lane across the 35, the 40. Bladel has some room, the 40, the 30, inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Joshua Bladel. 74 yards, and we are tied at 13.
Number 48, Joshua Bladel for the Moon touchdown.
Moon an extra point from taking the lead with 10:05 to go. Kick is up and the kick is good. 10:05 to go, fourth quarter. Moon 14, Penn Hills 13 here on the Indians Football Network. Indians trailing by 1 now, following the long touchdown run by Joshua Bladel. Kick picked up at the 5. Amir Key out to the 30-yard line.
Amir Key on the return. Tackle on the play by number 44, Ryan Milligan.
Palmer in motion to the left. Key looks for somewhere to go. The Tigers are there. Picks up a short one.
Key on the carry. Tackle by number 39, Travis Lindsay.
Duggar looks for somewhere to go, has a man. That'll be a first down for the Indians at the 44-yard line. Telly Palmer comes down with it. And it's a first down for the Indians.
Lead to number 9, Martell Palmer. And play results in the Penn Hills. First down.
A lot of time in this one. Clock rolling under 9 minutes to go. Indians trail by 1. Difference, an extra point. Mitchell across the 50 into the Moon side of the ball at the 48-yard line. There's Amir Key for 8 yards.
Brought down on the play by number 51, Michael Murray.
Key again, right up the middle across the 40, the 35, inside the 30-yard line, down to the 25. They're going to mark him at the 21-yard line. No, mark him at the 25, pick up a 23.
That play results in a
Another Indian first down. Low snap, Duggar keeps it himself across the 20. And he'll walk himself out of bounds. How about the 17-yard line? To pick up of 8. Looked like it was a low snap. And Jules tried to just keep it simple and make something happen. And did the safe quarterback keeper. So now a 2nd down and 2 for the Indians. Tigers are there to stuff Key. Okay, maybe the 22-yard line. Oh, excuse me, the 17-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage. Where it will be now 3rd and 2.
Amir Key with the ball. Brought down by number 18, Jared Moyer.
Mitchell looks for somewhere to go. The Tigers are there. Mitchell makes something happen. We'll have the first down. Drags Tigers inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. Picks up 5 yards and a Penn Hills Indian first down. Natel Mitchell made it happen on that play. Tigers had him bottled up, but somehow managed to pick up the 5 yards and an Indian first down. Key on the delayed handoff. Tigers push him back. Lose yardage back at the 19-yard line. That's a loss of 7. And there's an injured Tiger. 5:39 to go, fourth quarter. Moon 14, Penn Hills 13 here on the Indians Football Network. Final score, Seton LaSalle 49, Quaker Valley nothing. Norwin and Plum tied at 23 with less than 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Thomas Jefferson on top of Latrobe, 28-14. North Hills leads Woodland Hills. Excuse me, it's Woodland Hills 21, North Hills 14. Had to make heads or tails of their feet. So Woody High on top of North Hills right now. Second down and long for the Indians. Dogger's going to throw. Pass almost picked off. It's tipped. Hauled in by Cam Thomas. He'll have it inside the 10-yard line. Oh, my, that was almost 6 points the other way for the Moon Tigers. But instead, the Indians will have it at the 8. So now it'll be third down for the Indians. Key to Duggar's right. Quick slant, pass, bobble, tipped. And Thomas unable to catch it on the rebound this time. And once again, almost intercepted. Moon Tigers are getting themselves in front of the Indian receivers. Not giving Duggar a lane to get that ball in. Now it'll be fourth down for the Indians with 4:40 to go here in this game. The Indians go for it, or do they bring on Hankey? Looks like they're going to bring on Hankey. He's going to try a 25-yard field goal. I'm going to say the Tigers went off sides. Yeah, they did. And I don't know, as ugly as that field goal attempt look, I don't know, the Indians are going to try it again. They're going to move the ball down to about the close to the 3-yard line. They'll make it 4th and a yard. Moon jumps off on a 4th and 6 to give the Indians a 4th and 1. Now the offense will come back onto the field, and yes, why not? And Moon calls a timeout with 4:39 to go here. Set their defense. Don't want to say this is the game here, but it could very well be. Tigers looking for the upset. The Indians hoping to say not so fast. Key will be to Duggar's left. Mitchell will go in motion that way. And this will be a false start against Penn Hills. So now they bring Hankey back out. Again, the Indians hurt themselves with the penalties. Hankey's kick is blocked, falls short, no good. Moon will take over at the 20-yard line with 4:34 to go. Stewart keeps it himself. Indians were there. Will drop him for a loss of 2. I think the Tigers right now are looking to try to play the clock. And they'll try to use all 40 seconds of that play clock. And the Indians use a timeout. They have one left. It was 7-0 Moon at the half. Indians scored 13 points in the third quarter. And then a long touchdown run by Josh Belato here in quarter number 4 gives Moon a 14-13 lead. Indians with a missed extra point and a missed field goal. Inside handoff, Bladel has some room, gets out close to the 30-yard line. He may have a first down for the Tigers. And he does.
Joshua Bladel on the carry. Play results to move. First down.
He needs one timeout left. Now the Tigers are going to be able to milk the clock. Stewart looking at the scoreboard. Play clock next to it, winding down at 7-6. It'll just be Bladel into the line. The Indians are there. Holds on to the ball. And the Tigers are going to be able to milk another 40 seconds.
Lay down on the carry. Tackle on the play by Javier Ellis.
Tigers should be able to let this roll under 3 minutes. Bladel for a yard. Again, just holds on to the ball, and the Tigers are going to be able to milk another 40 seconds.
Lay down on the carry. Third down.
Stewart rolls this way, is going to throw. And the pass incomplete. They were going for the game right there, but stops the clock here at 4th down. Not quite sure the purpose of that one. They could have milked that one down to about a minute and a half before they had a punt. Now they saved the Indians about 40 seconds. Clock stop with 2:10. Palmer picks it up on the bounce. Tigers are there. And it's Telly Palmer against the world. We'll go down at the 24-yard line, and that's where the Indians have 154. Low snap. Tigers fall on it at the 5-yard line. Tigers fall on it on the 5-yard line, and this game's over. Low snap. Duggar was unable to fall on it, and the Tigers fell on it officially at the 6. They only need to take a couple of knees, and they're going to go home with their first win of the season and send the Indians home with their first loss. An absolutely humbling game for these Indians tonight. Coming in number 1, ranked in 5A, and the Moon Tigers are going to knock them off. Tigers run a play, Prezzoli down to the 3-yard line. And there's an injured Indian.
They are at the
Donovan Burnett, the injured Indian. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3-yard line. See if the Tigers run another player, they just line up and take a knee. Well, they need to have a timeout. If the Indians don't use a timeout, they could kill the clock. But let's see if the Tigers try to put it in the end zone and add a little salt to the wound. And Indians use their final timeout. Tigers should be able to take 2 knees and walk away. 77 seconds left. They got the 40-second clock twice. It's more than they need. Again, the Tigers will move to 1-3 on the season. The Indians will drop to 3-1. Tigers will be at home to take on Mars next week. The Indians traveling north to Martirelli Stadium to take on the North Hills Indians. And the Penn Hills is going to need to forget this one fast. They go back to conference play next Friday night. Moon will move to 2-1 on the all-time series. These timeouts are like TV timeouts here. That was. Stewart takes a knee. Run this under 40 seconds and then take another. Barring a miracle to Meadowlands, the Tigers will walk away with the win. All they got to do is take the snap and take the knee. You know, the Tigers can decline it, and they'll just keep the clock running. Well, 35 seconds left. Tigers just need to take a knee. And that's it to watch the clock wind down. The Moon Tigers with the upset of the week. They'll knock off the Penn Hills Indians, score 14-13. Indians miss an extra point and a field goal. And the Tigers get the win. Final score, Moon 14, Penn Hills 13. Again, the Tigers will host Mars next Friday night. The Indians will be traveling to Martirelli Stadium. It was 7-0 at the half. Stewart to Clemens, a 17-yard pass. The Tigers led, and then in the second half, the Indians on the opening possession marched right downfield 80 yards. Amir Key, a 1-yard run, and they were tied at 7. And then Twan Brandy, a 44-yard fumble return on the ensuing possession of the Tigers, gave the Indians the 13-7 lead. But with 10:05 to go in the fourth quarter, Josh Badel, a 74-yard run, a dagger into the heart of Indian fans, put Moon up. They actually tied it at 13. The extra point gave the Tigers a 14-13 lead. The Indians threatened, but were never able to get points on the board, and the Tigers come away with the win. Once again, the final score from Penn Hills Yuhas-McGinley Stadium. The Moon Tigers victorious. They knock off the Penn Hills Indians by a score of 14-13. Special thanks to our camerawoman, Helen, Brian Brown, and the Penn Hills High School Technical Department. I'm Bill Navari. Thank you for watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.